नित्यानन्दं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. Om. This chant means we pay our salutation to our Guru who showed us Brahman, the one to be known, in our waking, dreaming or deep sleep state, who is awareness pervading the movable and the immovable in the three worlds. Om Namah Shivaya. Episode 11, Chapter 3, verses 1 to 17. Doing our duties as yajna. Doing our duties as an offering to the law of Dharma, who is Ishvara, who is governing the universe. Chapter 3 is entitled Karma Yoga. And the purpose of Karma Yoga is to purify our mind, which will qualify us for the knowledge of Brahman. And to convert it into wisdom, we come to recognize that truly we are Satchit Ananda Atma. We become Brahma Rishi. However, Arjuna is trying to avoid his duty because it involves bloodshed. So he thinks that by taking sannyasam, he can officially renounce his duty. So Arjuna begins the chapter by addressing Sri Krishna as Janardana, the one who upholds the law of karma, the one who gives the fruits of our action, to tell him definitely whether it is karma yoga or jnana yoga that liberates. The fact is, jnana yoga liberates. But to qualify for jnana yoga, we must be karma yogis. We must purify our mind. So Sri Krishna says, for moksha, there are two committed lifestyles. We can either be a sannyasi or a karma yogi. Sannyasam is for those who have already purified their mind. So now they are ready for the knowledge of Brahman, jnana yogena. In chapter 6, verse 23 on meditation, Sri Krishna defines sannyasam as disassociation from association with sorrow. Dukkha samyoga viyogam. And Arjuna's state is in a state of sorrow. Chapter 1 is Arjuna's sorrow, which means Arjuna is not qualified to be a sannyasi. He must be a karma yogi. He must first do his duty to purify his mind before he can gain the knowledge of Brahman. Then, both the karma yogi and the sannyasi must become sarva karma sannyasis. They must understand that Atma is actionlessness. Atma is karmya. Atma does not do action. But because of Atma's presence, our body, mind, senses are doing action. Every moment, due to the three gunas in Prakriti, impels our body to do action. And as a karma yogi, sattva guna must predominate. But since Arjuna is trying to avoid his duty, means tamasic guna predominates. Therefore, Arjuna is deluded. He is a vimuda atma. His conduct is false. So the first thing that Arjuna should do is he must remove his delusion by having control of his sense organs and use his mind to do his duty as yajna, to become a karma yogi, which is far superior, vishishyate, than thinking of taking sannyasam to avoid his duty. Human birth is not mere survival. Our duties keep changing according to our prarabdha karma. So Sri Krishna tells Arjuna, do your duties without attachment, mukta sanga. Do it as yoga, do it as yajna. Yajna is a very important word in our Vedic literature. And on a higher level, it means abiding to the law of dharma. When our entire life is appreciating Ishvara in all our action, in all our thoughts, then there is ecology. Ecology of thought, ecology of action. There is harmony. There is peace. Then we are ready for the knowledge of Atma. When Ishvara created the universe, he blessed every human being to do their duties as yajna and become a wish-fulfilling cow, Ishta-Kamaduk, to multiply and prosper. The phrase wish-fulfilling cow is a metaphor. It refers to a sage named Vashishta who lived in a forest, who had the wisdom to see himself as Brahman. He was a Brahma Rishi. One day, the king and his soldiers went hunting in that forest. And as they were very hungry, they came to his cottage for food. Being a Brahma Rishi, being all-knowing, all-powerful, with pure intention, he manifested a lavish meal for his king and his soldiers. And when the king inquired, he said that he has a wish-fulfilling cow in his yard. In the same manner, when we are Brahma Rishis, we become wish-fulfilling cow. All our needs are given by the law of dharma. That is why Sri Krishna promises this in chapter 9. Chapter 9 is Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam, the greatest knowledge, the greatest secret. He says, whatever you want to acquire or protect, I will do for you. Yoga Kshema Vahami Aham. That is why the Gita said, don't go after your desires. Do your duties as yajna, purify your mind and gain the knowledge of Brahman. Then the law of dharma will provide whatever we want. Whatever we need will be provided by the law of dharma. Ishvara is doing the biggest yajna by governing the universe by the law of dharma, by creating, sustaining and dissolving the universe. And when we look into the nucleus of his creation, we see the most intelligent manner how this creation is being conducted. He has placed his divinity, a certain percentage of his divinity in each of his creation. They are called the Devatas. These Devatas do the respective duties of that creation as yajna. For example, the Devata of the sun does the function of the sun as yajna. The Devata of the moon does the function of the moon as yajna. In the same manner, the 5 elements, the 9 planets, plants, animals are all programmed. They are all doing their duties as yajna. Within the law of Ishvara, to create this universe as a playground for us human beings to come and work out our karma and gain moksha. Human birth is very precious. We are not programmed. We are given the freedom to choose. And if we choose to do our duties as yajna, it purifies our mind, which will qualify us for jnana yoga, to be liberated. So Sri Krishna says, whatever you do, do it as yajna. Yajna has many meanings. One is when we do our duties as yajna, it is a prayer. we acknowledging the divine Shakti in this creation. We are seeing how Ishvara, by having Maya under his control, he is able to create, sustain and dissolve the universe. So it is a prayer we are offering to this creation. Another way is when we do our duties as yajna, we are acknowledging these devatas who are doing their duties to provide us a playground to do our duties. So we also pay our salutation to them. In return, they take us to the highest, Shreyas, moksha. Also, by doing our duties as yajna, we become sensitive to Mother Nature. Even if we cut down a tree, we ensure we plant more than what we cut. In this way, as we appreciate Mother Nature, the law of Dharma protects us. It gives us good health, energy, rain to live a good life. Therefore, Sri Krishna tells Arjuna, keep this cosmic wheel going, keep the chakram going. Be delighted in Atma. Atma ratir eva. Be satisfied in Atma. Atma triptacha. Be contented in Atma. Atmani eva santushtacha. Be firmly established that Atma is actionlessness, Naishkarmya. At the same time, ensure that we do your duty as an offering to Ishvara and purify our minds. So in this way, by doing our duties as yajna, we purify our mind and qualify ourselves for the knowledge of Brahman. At verse 17, we shall take a break. Om Namah Shivaya.